Hey, I'm Free.
And I am Kicker.
And we love football. We are pumped and ready
to take you on at the Free Kick Youth Cup 2022
in beautiful St. Lucia.
Imagine yourself playing the beautiful game
on one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean.
It's a festival of football, fun,
and entertainment
with players from all around the world. I can't wait!
Free Kick Youth Cup.
See you there.
And remember, many dreams,
one goal.
So we are about to start the fourth day of the Free Kick Youth Cup St. Lucia 2022. And at 2 o'clock, we have two games going on. On the far field, away from your camera, is the team from Barbados, BIM United, up against Excel Academy. And on screen for you today, we bring Trincity Nationals against Vieux South. Top of the table clash. All four of these teams playing at the moment in the same group, and there is everything to play for. Trincity Nationals currently leading the standings in this group. However, Vieux and Excel on the far field have a game in hand. So all three teams in this moment still have fighting chances to get in. Anything could happen. And off the bat, Vieux slams it into the eastern stands for 4 runs, one bounce to the boundary, and Trincity Nationals will start at the ball at their feet from the goal kick. Whiteman kicks it in towards Parks, takes a deflection. Parks still chasing. He protects it. He puts it outside to Omari, who ushers it out for a throw-in for Vieux. We'll give you the starting lineups shortly. And it will be a Vieux throw in. They go long over Omari. Whiteman gets it out, looking for Parks. Riley takes a touch, and Edwards is called upon to head it out of play to safety. So for Trincity Nationals today, we have one moment, keep an eye on this play here. So we have the Trincity Nationals, Leomas Neptune in goal, Nicholas Whiteman, number 4, in defense, with Sadiq Damri on the left, and Ali Mohammed with Whiteman in the center of defense, Edwards on the right. We have Omari Flanders on the right wing, Malachi Celestin on the left wing, Harrison Parks up front and playing in a central attacking midfield role. Today is Jonathan Emmerich in the middle of the park for Trincity Nationals, Ocean Grice Lindsay and Riley Hill playing the holding midfielders for Trincity Nationals. And Neptune keeping his eye on that one, in the end deciding to get a hand on it for safety. For Vieux today, Coach urging them to pressure. Ball takes a few deflections and it is safely in the hands of Neptune. Neptune looks towards Malachi, who's on it, takes it, but then is not able to control it. Vieux back in possession. It goes outside, but they're not able to control it. So for Vieux, Tariq Leo in goal. You have Sean Joseph playing defensive midfield. Maturin, Williams, and Tal also in defense. For up front, Junil Alexander, we saw yesterday what he could do. Along with Raquelme Elva and Donovan Purpey. In the midfield, we have Jadel Lionel, Kendall Clark playing his familiar role in defense, and Marlon Everest playing on the other side. So a chance for Trincity Nationals, but held on to by Leo. And Vieux is on the attack. They try to make an attack down the line around Sadiq, and it is going to catch the foot of Aleem Mohammed, who puts it for a corner. So it is going to be a corner for Vieux. Still very early in today's game. No team dominating or establishing significantly their presence on this game, but it's still very early. So it's going to be a corner for Vieux. Put into the box a little long, and it will be a throw for Trincity Nationals that is going to be taken by Edwards, who takes his time knowing that he has to pace himself over the course of this day. He has Omari Flanders on the line, but he decides to go to Riley Hill, who goes over the top. Parks is on it, but not able to get it. And that is Jadel Lionel obstructing the play. Referee having a word with Clivert, it seems. Not Clivert, but instead that is seems like Purpey. Whiteman now will do the duty of taking a kick. Whiteman goes deep over the top. Lindsay on it. He heads it. And it is going to be a throw in for Trincity Nationals. Ali Mohammed leaves it to Sadiq Damari. Ball goes into Parks, but the referee calls a foul throw on Sadiq Damari. And it is going to be Vieux ball. Vieux, one of the teams that have been consistent in this tournament, playing quality football. And yet another foul throw. Must be something in the grass on that side. It's very common area for foul throws. Sadiq will have another chance at doing it, and he puts it into Harrison Park, who touches it back to Celestin, who is not able to hold on to it. Sadiq gets it too. Celestin wins a foul, and Trincity Nationals are going to push in to try to get perhaps their first real attempt on goal with this dead ball. Riley Hill goes up to try to get at it. Sadiq goes low. It is not going to get past. Whiteman chases, getting instructions from Neptune to let it go, and he does so. So Trincity Nationals will start back the play from the goal kick spot. Whiteman being left with the responsibility to find his players up top. He looks towards Parks. He kicks it towards Parks, who has two men on him. Kendall, three men on him. Kendall Clark heads it to safety. The Vieux Fort defense has been very, very stable, stabilizing force for them. And they go long, and Sadiq lets it out of his hands. And Celestin in the right space at the right time. Celestin, he signals his fans back in Trinidad and Tobago. Celestin scores what is his 4th goal for the tournament. A very low-hanging mango, ripe and ready to pluck and suck the nectar from, and indeed Celestin did that, and he gives his team the lead here. An unfortunate mistake by Tariq Leo, who has really been very consistent in the back, but as we have seen in this tournament, these things happen, and no doubt Vieux Fort team, coach and supporters would be unfazed by that early mistake. They know what they're about. They will continue pressing, and they will start back with a throw in, and it will go out. Still waiting on the number assignments for Vieux Fort. They put it in. It goes over the top. Alim is over it, and now Sadiq. Neptune decides to come but changes his mind, and it looks like a bicycle kick, but it is missed by Purpy. And chasing now is Celestin. Celestin touches it down, but he is muscled off of it. It comes back in the back. Rice Lindsay goes out to Riley. Riley goes over the top looking for Parks, and it comes out. Edwards is chasing, and a clever touch by Purpy, but he is double teamed by Riley and Edwards, and for that he is awarded a free kick. Very clever touch by Purpy, falling over, still manages to keep it in play with her head. And now Vieux Fort will try to launch their own attack. And no doubt the referee will issue a card for that infringement from Flanders. Flanders, aware that he was within the 10-yard radius, not allowing Vieux Fort to make the free kick. Now Vieux Fort gets a second chance at it. They go low, comes off of Flanders again, and now it is in the hands of Neptune. Neptune looks for his options. He likes to look towards Parks, considering changes his mind, but does not. It goes towards Parks. Parks bumped off from behind, and the referee calls a foul. Whiteman making his way up to it. He knows that this is his zone when it comes to free kicks, and he is going to do the responsibility. He's going to take the responsibility to try to find one of Celestin, Grice, Lindsay, Parks, and Emirates on the back post. They've only left 4 players in, and they're marked by 5. We will see if Whiteman has the accuracy to find his 4 attackers among the 6 Vieux Fort defenders. It goes well. He decides to drive. Whiteman decides he will have none of it and wants a piece of that chocolate cake for himself. So he does not serve it to any of his players and uses the cutting knife to have a go at it himself. In this case, it goes over, and he only gets a bit of icing in. So it will be Clark that goes long. He goes towards Purpy. It's too high for Purpy. And now it is a defeated Elva. Riley uses his lanky leg to come in. Rice Lindsay tries to touch it to Riley. Riley not able to respond. And a clever touch down the line. And of course, interrupted by Whiteman, the official interrupter on this Trincity national team. Goes over the top, and it is headed just over bars. And Neptune seemed to have had it covered, but from the commentator's box, it looks like a close call. But nonetheless, it will be another cool kick for Trincity Nationals, who live to fight another day. Alim Mohammed is going to be the one to take the responsibility this time. Mohammed goes deep looking for Celestin. Celestin is under it. He gets a touch. Parks is chasing. It's up in the air. Sadiq is behind it. Sadiq puts it up line looking for Celestin, and it takes a deflection. So Trincity Nationals will get the ball. Tries to find Park. Kendall Clark kicks it out. Is touchdown. Grace Lindsay interrupts. Riley tries to find Flanders. He doesn't. Riley's still on the ball. Riley is not able to get past the three players. A through pass. And Mohammed does well to foil that attack by Raquelme Elva, son of former footballer Titus Elva here from St. Lucia. So coach trying to get them to stop the penetration of Vieux. It is a long-ish throw and safely put out by Whiteman. Vieux again. Pupi is behind it. Whiteman is patient, and then it is out by Riley. So an attempt from outside by Vieux, and it is going to be a goal kick as Neptune takes this time. Guys, let's keep it calm, right? Take question reps. So a lot of excitement. Vieux finding themselves 2 goals down in the game that has since seen the second yellow lead to a red card, and shortly after another misunderstanding in the Vieux defense that allowed the ball to sit within the 6-yard box for Riley Hill to slot it away very easily for a 2-0 lead for Trincity Nationals. So Vieux finding themselves in a very unique position being 2 goals down. They're comfortable to being in full control of the football, and in this case that is not to be. So we'll see how it develops, but makes out for very exciting remainder of the first half and the second half. So we see Edwards now going along towards Emmerich. Emmerich puts it over for Parks, and Kendall comes inside of the goal. Bryce Lindsay hits, but it splices up a bit, and it's going to go for a goal kick. Clark has it on the outside. Lionel looking for a long option. Tries to find Poopy, but Edwards is there. Emmerich not close enough. And now Bryce Lindsay tries to play it outside. He plays it. To Emmerich. Nice combination play between Riley, Emmerich, and Bryce Lindsay. And back to the safe feet of Whiteman. Celestin heads it over. Looks for Bryce Lindsay. Riley is now in control, but closed down very quickly. Oh my. A bit of trickery from Malachi Celestin, but is soon intercepted, and Vieux on the attack again. Alexander not able to get that, and it's going to rule out for a throw for Trincity National. Nice shot from, it looks like Lionel. Sails over the top. Neptune, I'm not sure how much he knew about it, but they survive another attack. So a spate of passion leading to a change of fortunes earlier, 10 minutes ago perhaps, as we saw a red card and then a goal against Vieux in quick succession. But now Whiteman goes up line and he finds Harrison Parks. Parks considering his options, and he tries to touch it back for Celestin, who is not able to get a toe in it. Is intercepted. And it's going to be a long throw from Edwards. Yes, Celestin, Parks, Lindsay, Emmerich inside. He finds Kendall Clark, who a weird punch from Tariq Leo, similar to the fly swatting technique of the XL Academy keeper yesterday, Roberts. They played each other. Maybe he learned the fly swat move from Roberts, but in the end it is effective. He gets it out of danger. Very unorthodox way to get it out, but it achieved its objective, and Edwards will have another chance to look for his players in the box. This time he goes towards Parks again. Celestin has it. Celestin decides to go outside. He does not get past his men and is kept in by Leo. Leo goes outside to Kendall. Lionel trying to take control, slow down the place, directing his troops, constructing an attack, and for the first time, Vieux rarely getting back to that composed rhythm that they are very accustomed to, spurred on by Lionel, Jidel Lionel, almost conducting the tempo and the rhythm of this team. And this is more like what we have seen them do for the tournament, which has proven to be successful. So Jidel Lionel, and he makes a pass inside, and a nice turnaround. He gets around Sadiq, and it's a shot, but saved very well by Neptune. Neptune looking in this case like a West Indies wicketkeeper, stopping the ball from going to the boundary for 4 runs. And he goes towards Parks, who will not get past Tariq Leo. They come out wide, a nice touch by Alexander. Good through pass, but Ali Mohammed reads it well. And it is back to Kendall. Grace Lindsay to Riley, to Emirates, to Grace Lindsay, who goes over the top to Malachi Celestin. Celestin chasing, and we almost had another bit of miscommunication between Leo and his marshals in the back. The flow service a bit shaky in the back today, which is very unusual for this Vieux team, who are normally very well coordinated. But you know, these things happen when players are asked to play so many games in succession. Very understandable. Bryce Lindsay underneath, it goes out to Omari Flanders, who tips it over. Still tries to, being held back, but he still tries to get a chicken wing to it, unsuccessfully of course. And the ball at the far end of the wicket here at Darren Stanley Cricket Stadium. And they are going to have to opt for another ball in the interim. International cricket is slated to be played in the stadium on the 5th of August, shortly after the end of this tournament. Pitch still in good condition. Sadiq looking for his options. Sadiq decides to go to Parks. Parks tries to get around his man and does not. It's back to Sadiq, but the referee calls a foul. He's going for a card, and that card is going to be given to Omari Flanders. I believe it's for stamping, and it is a second yellow card for Flanders, and Flanders is going to have to leave the pitch, receiving his second yellow card for the game. And both teams now down to 10 men. Trincity Nationals giving up the one-man advantage. The referee waits for Flanders to come off. Coach reorganizing his team accordingly. It's a 10-on-10 game on what quite frankly is a 10-on-10 pitch. So you may find that the football may run at a more familiar rhythm at 10-on-10. Whiteman gets his head on it. Celestin is behind it. Edwards doesn't get it. It's up in the air. Still up in the air. It's out by Alim. Emirates taking one for the team. Riley puts his body behind it, and he is fouled in the center of the park. And coach is instructing his players to stay calm, take their time. In that case, it was Joseph who follows again. And a nice ball come over the top, but Leo has found his hands. Ali Mohammed getting it out, but it comes back in as Riquelme Elva loses it. And it's going to be a throw for Trincity Nationals. Edwards guiding his men forward. Two players. Edwards kicking it up. Parks chasing. And Kendall Clark kicks it out to safety. So Sadiq Damri is going to attempt a long throw. Yes, 4 players in the box against 7. He goes long and Harrison Parks not able to get to it. Ali Mohammed chasing, he puts his body, tries to get it back to Damri, and Damri will be awarded a throw-in. Damri takes his time, allowing his teammates to recover from what now feels like harsh St. Lucia sun at this hour, having played in it for 4 days consecutively. So this time it is going to be Parks who will do the honors. 3 players inside, Lindsay's under it. It passes everybody and it is going to fall back to Whiteman, who calmly passes it back wide to Edwards. Edwards tries to make his way around and he does, but he then pulls it out of play. Misunderstanding there between Edwards and Riley. And a bit of an uncertain clearance by Everest in the back. He decided he did not want to take any chances. And Edwards is going to look for his players. So it goes towards Parks. Parks is fighting to keep it in play. So it's going to be a free kick for Trincity Nationals. Sadiq, Edwards, and Celestin around it. Inside the box, we have Emrit, Price, Lindsay, Parks, and what looks like Riley open to head. And it goes straight into the wall, and Edwards chases it. And he tries to put it inside to Emirates, but it's intercepted by Jadel Lionel, who plays a nice through pass, far post, and it comes back in, but just wide, or not so just wide, by the striker for Vieux Fort, Clivewood Gray, it looks like. The white numbers making it hard for us to see from the commentary box. Parks heads, it comes off of Celestin, goes over Emirates, and he tries to get around Edwards, but There is no getting around Edwards. Edwards receiving a rousting round of applause from a contingent in the stands for that tackle and the picong that followed between these two players. And now Parks. The referee now calls for halftime, and both teams will have a chance to replenish and reconsider their strategies. Both only having 10 men. Trincity Nationals leading 2-0 at the half, but the game still very, very competitive. No team dominating the other, and we'll see what happens second half in this very important fixture in determining the outcome of Group B of the 2020 Free Kick Youth Cup in St. Lucia. Today and tomorrow being the last rounds of games in the group stage, and then depending on the outcome of the group play, we'll have semi-finals and finals that will take place on Sunday and Monday. Both groups still very open. Be sure to subscribe, like and share so that you're always kept into the loop as to which teams will be advancing to the semi-finals and when their respective games will be playing. Both groups still very open. Both games at this moment, all four teams are competing for a spot in the semi-finals in Group B. Nobody is out, and if I feel we will get the score shortly in that game between Excel and BIM United.
Hey, I'm Free.
And I am Kicker.
And we love football. We are pumped and ready
to take you on at the Free Kick Youth Cup 2022
in beautiful St. Lucia.
Imagine yourself playing the beautiful game
on one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean.
It's a festival of football, fun,
and entertainment
with players from all around the world. I can't wait. Free Kick Youth Cup. See you there.
And remember, many dreams,
one goal.
Well, not sure about the score, but again, depending on the outcome of that, if BIM, I just consulted my notes, no, so apparently I'm understanding, even with a win today, depending on the outcome of the BIM game, they also have a chance to get into the semi-finals. All four teams here have a chance to get into the semi-finals. Only two can get in. The fifth team in this group, which is Wings from Antigua, who, based on these standings, seem to be no longer eligible. But BIM, Excel with a win today and a win in their next two games, and of course Trincity Nationals with a win today, they will secure a spot, and Vieux, who's currently in second place but still have a game in hand, so they would need to win today and at least tie on their last day of play tomorrow to secure a spot. So all four teams still competing for one of the two semi-final spots in Group B. And in Group A, there are three teams. Harlem, from what we're seeing here, sorry, that's St. Lucia, Select 11, Little Haiti FC, and Vinci Ballers. It is going to be a shame to see one of those teams go home. We also have Harlem United as well, who play in the game after this. Harlem trying also to secure a spot. In that group we have Little FC, Little Haiti FC, currently leading on 7 points. St. Lucia Select on 6, Vinci Ballers on 4, Harlem United and Real Betis on 0 points so far. So it is going to be a fight up between those three teams, Vinci Ballers, St. Lucia Select and Little Haiti. It seems fighting for those top spots. So be sure to continue following Sportstream TT, subscribe and tap the alert symbol, the bell, so that you are aware of what game would be broadcasted on what field and what time as we enter the group stage of this 2022 Free Kick Youth Cup in St. Lucia. So we kick off the second half of play here at the field 1 of the St. Lucia Youth Cup tournament. Both teams adjusting to the circumstances of playing with 10 players each.
International have just scored their first goal. Yeah, in the office. Anthony, where's Anthony? Oh shit.
So, as you just saw, another Malachi Celestin goal, dead ball goal from a free kick. This one taking a deflection, wicked deflection, and there would have been nothing that Tyreek Leo could have done about that. So Vieux simply not having good fortune. Oh my goodness, what a save. Seems like it was offside anyway, but Neptune finding himself, whether by intent or coincidence, in the right place at the right time, as Clivert, it seemed, was intent on putting that one flush in the back of the net. So Whiteman will get it into the half as directed from coach. And Emirates now goes out for a throw. So coach about to bring on some fresh legs for Vieux. Kelme and Alexander coming off, and now it looks like Clivert coming on and Mangal. So Vieux trying to keep their composure despite being 3 goals down. But even though they do have fair share of the possession of the game, they do not have the fair share of fortune, it seems, today, as they got a couple goals that were quite bizarre by this tournament standard, in which we have seen some awesome goals, deflection, mistake, very unexpected mistake by Tyreek Leo, who is usually very safe, has very safe hands. He may have mixed up the Evo stick for the DKs this morning when preparing for the game. And referee urges Celestin to come back. So it's going to be taken by Sadiq. Goes line is interrupted. Celestin tries to get around, he doesn't. Grace Lindsay passes it inside to Celestin. Back to Grace Lindsay, and it is up in the air. It's not come down, and it may have brought some rain. And Celestin now looking for Parks. Emmer chasing. And the ball now onto the far side. Good work, but he's not going to get past Alim Khan, who sacrificed a shin clash to save an attack towards his goal. Ali Mohammed, sorry. Mohammed is back up now. And an errant touch by the wing back on this side as Kendall Clark tried to change the play. Trincity Nationals going to change up to keep legs fresh by giving the doubles man himself, Malachi Celestin, scoring another double today, and giving him a rest, and bringing on Jovan Gomes, who scored yesterday in yesterday's game, and he is going to try to repeat that today. He promised his coach another goal, since yesterday's goal was not caught on camera, he promised us another goal in this game today, and we'll see if he's able to deliver. So Celestin getting a well-deserved rest, scoring another double in today's fixture, and we will see if Gomes is able to fill those size 17 and a half boots of Celestin, who now has 5 goals in the tournament. So again, despite the scoreline, neither team really in full control of this game. It is still very even. Jovan tries to score a goal as soon as coming on. He did promise to score one, and he almost delivered under 13 minutes as any piping hot pizza and right foot shot should be served. Gomes intent on delivering on his promise to his teammates and his coach. So Trincity Nationals will try to put one over the top. Riley is going in to the box to create a distraction, and the 2 players from Trincity Nationals are discussing whether they should go rock climbing or go to the sea later across in the corner. A decision has been made, and it is going to be a Sadiq cross in towards Riley, Grace Lindsay, and Parks in the box. And Edwards, Sadiq does not get a chance to get it in because before that Edwards was called for a foul on the keeper. Edwards showing the keeper his best Carnival Tuesday jump up in his face. The referee was not happy about it, and he decided that Carnival is over in St. Lucia, and he called a foul in favor of Tariq Lee. So he calls it back again. It goes back to Leo. So a play for Vieux is down, and the referee has called the medical team to take a look at him. Both teams getting a hydration break. Both teams playing with 10 players, but a convenient fit for this shorter and more narrow than usual pitch, so it should not feel uncomfortable in any way playing with 10 men, perhaps maybe only uncomfortable with these 2 teams having played consecutive days with only a Rodney Bay Seabath to put a break between them. So it seems that the play is up, and we should get restarted momentarily. Ball back to Tariq Leo, Jadel Lionel. To Kendall. Goes out wide. Very disciplined Vieux team, continuing to try to play the football that they are comfortable with despite the scoreline. Trincity Nationals keeping the intensity. The referee calling for a foul. Substitution being made.
Just one of this person.
I have one in my pocket.
Oh.
You should tell me so.
I did.
So a nice goal there by Vieux. And the score is now 3-1. Shortly before that break in transmission, as I was saying, Vieux always playing composed.
Stick up, hey guys, stick.
So this game picking up a bit in intensity and passion as Vieux trying to find their way back. They kept composed, they were rewarded for their style of play, being consistent. And they continue in their pursuit for a second goal, down 3-1 now. So Sadiq going to go line to Jovan, who puts it for Parks. Parks not able to get past Kendall, and pressure. It stays in play. Whiteman puts it back out of play. Lindsay wins it, plays it to Jovan. Jovan plays it inside, but Kendall Clark does the needful, and it's Sadiq now. But it's going to come up line. The referee is indicating that he took the throw a little too high, and seems to be well offered offering him another chance to take the throw. Sadiq tries to go up line, but it is not going to get past Mangal. It is now out to Purpi. Purpi swings with his right foot. He sees something, and it is 6 runs to the boundary. West Indies now only need 297,000 runs to win here in Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium. A lovely cover drive by Purpi on his home ground here at Darrell Sammy Cricket Stadium. Let's not forget that, even though we use it today for the Free Kick Youth Cup tournament in St. Lucia, football of course. And it's going to be Sadiq who takes the goal kick. Sadiq high up the middle to Parks. Emirates is underneath. It comes to Grice Lindsay, who chests it down. He tries to swing. It's interrupted. And Aleem keeps his man at bay. And he takes a tiny baby elbow to the face, it seems, for his troubles. And now Trincity National is pressuring. But Vieux still have it. Kaleem Prince applying some pressure. Purpi out by Ali Mohammed, who's still having problems with his eye. And a nice tackle by Whiteman to keep it out of danger. Whiteman, one of the most consistent and reliable defenders for this tournament. But it's Vieux with the ball again. On the right side, Clivewood comes to Purpi. Purpi tries to play it and looks for an option. He comes outside to Jidel Lionel. Jidel Lionel employing some skill and goes for a post. And my goodness, Vieux are wondering how in Darren Sammy's name that did not go in. A driven pass by Jidel Lionel across the goal. A little too fast for his strikers, Clivewood and Purpi, and it is going to be another Sadiq Damery goal kick. Parks lifting his hand as if to say, I'm ready, and he plays it into Parks. Parks drops off. All 3 defenders seem to miss, and an errant kick, and it is a slip by the keeper. Good interception by Edwards, and it is cleared out. Very unconventional of Jidel Lionel to kick it out. Perhaps that is not Jidel Lionel who kicked it out. Maybe that is the reason. It is weird to see Lionel, who is normally very composed, kick the ball out of play. It's going to be another Trincity Nationals throw-in to be taken by Edwards. Edwards goes deep looking for Parks, and it comes off of the tall sweeper back for Vieux. Skeet. So Edwards opting for a long throw. He has Riley, Lindsay, Kaleem Prince, Jovan Gomes, and of course Parks inside. He goes into the box, and Riley heads it back to him, and it's a shot that may go for a throw. And Vieux are going to get the ball upfield and look for opportunities. Jidel Lionel gets it, and he tries to touch it in. The referee sees the linesman flag for handball against Gomes, and he will get a free kick. You can hear the passion of the Vieux coach, Jamil, as he is found in an unfamiliar position, being down 3-1 to Trincity Nationals. But there's still a lot of time, and Neptune calls for it, but is denied by his sweeper back Whiteman, who seems to have said, no, I got this. It's back in, Neptune on net, it's ahead and it goes just over the bar. But the referee calls a push in the back. And it would have not counted in any event. So Sadiq taking the free kick, not goal kick. And he goes straight up the middle. Jovan Gomes heads it into the arms of Leo. Leo goes out wide. And Clivert, Whiteman not leaving it for his keeper. And now Mangal. It's not Mangal, it is Mangal. These players have changed numbers, making it perhaps a bit difficult for the commentary box. Today number 19 is in fact Mangal, so we had gotten that one right. So there's a light rain that is starting to come over the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium, offering a much welcome cool wind for the players on the field. We get a break from the sun and the heat here in Grosile, St. Lucia at the inaugural 2022 Free Kick Youth Cup tournament in St. Lucia. So referee just making sure that everyone is okay. He is letting Edwards know that he has to come off the field to complete treatment. Emirates and Prince under, and he flicks it over to Parks, who is never afraid to try something exciting. And three players come out, but Edwards has it. Jovan kicks it. Puppy recovers. Puppy tries to slip it in. Parks still has it. And it will go out to they keep the ball, but Sadiq is going to be the one to bring some calm to this left side. Sadiq goes towards Grace Lindsay, who jumps, he heads over. Two players are underneath it, and it comes out wide. A player is down, but he gets back up, and it is going to be another Sadiq throw. The rain's starting to come down a little harder, and everyone reshuffling from the rain, getting into position as the players try to figure out a way. In this case, we have Grace Lindsay, Sadiq, and Parks behind it. And he has the win against them. They have the win against them, and it's going to be Grace Lindsay who hits, and he hits into the wind and wide. and it is going to be a goal kick for Vieux Fort. Rain and wind, no doubt expected to be a mixed fortune in this game as the pitch, low-cut pitch becomes a little more slick and fast. Parks does a bit of trickery on the right side, but Kendall Clark has it. It comes back in the center. Grice Lindsay's on it, and he heads it. Clivert, Whiteman out, and Whiteman clears it out of danger. Looking for an update of the score on the top field. Rain coming down a bit harder now as Kendall progresses. He passes it inside. A nervous pass. It's up towards, again, still no team really, despite the score line, dominant over the other. In play, both teams proven to be resilient and relentless in their attack of the other. Parks now on the attack. Parks comes out to Jovan, but as we anticipated, the weather change and the speed of play on the pitch. Very, very low cut grass, and it is shooting off like a rocket if played at pace. But Sadiq reads well, and he will give Mangal another opportunity to bring it into play. Mangal going to pass the throw in to Leo Nell, who gets it, gives it to Clark, and then it is kicked out, and Clark again has the ball up to go long, and there's a man over it, but Neptune bravely comes over. He looked like a Olympic hurdler there, getting both legs over the striker. He did very well. He saw him coming, he anticipated, and he lifted both legs up towards his chest to brace for the impact while holding the ball, and he wins a free kick for it and some treatment. So the playing conditions here changing a bit with the rain. Just a passing cloud though, we can see the blue skies in the distance. In the background, teams warming up for the next rounds of fixtures. Very exciting rounds of fixtures as we see a very, very important team by two very good teams in Group A. That is St. Lucia Select and Little Haiti FC. But right here we see Gomes underneath the ball, and Leo makes perhaps hard work out of it, but one could expect that with the change in weather. Not sure what's going to happen when that ball hits the grass, so he did not want to take any chances. It's going to be Jovan Gomes to take the corner. Trincity Nationals outnumbered in the box, so he has to be very, very accurate. Parks free on the keeper, and he drives it towards him, and he gets a flick. And from our vantage, it seems like it may have gone off Tariq Leo, but in fact, it is a goal kick for Tariq Leo, who may opt to go to Kendall Clark very closely. Clark advances, looking for plays. He comes out to Mangal. Mangal turns inside and is thumped off the ball with player half his size in Jovan Gomes. And Kendall Clark again tries to find a way behind this defense. Referee keeping his eye on things. The St. Lucians not content. Ooh, and a clever pass by Clark into Jadel Lionel, who comes back to Kendall. Kendall goes over the top, and Neptune pushes, but it's going to be offside. So, offside call in favor of Trincity Nationals. Ooh. So the rain has now passed. So just a few minutes left in this encounter. Score still at 3-1. Mangal making his way across. And Whiteman not allowing his player to pass. Griceland Z down. Referee is going to check in on him. Son back out. Training staff runs out to loosen up, comes back out, and we continue here. Riley foils a long cross. Riley gets his body in front of it. Whiteman clears. 3 minutes of additional time to be played in this one. The other teams around the field warming up. I should say loosening up. There's no need to deliberately warm up in this weather. But Whiteman taking a solid shot there. Tariq Leo well behind it. And Kendall Clark will bring it out. Goes over the top. A lot of players in black. Ali Mohammed in this case clearing out. Parks tries to find Prince. Parks again. But Judah Lionel very calm. Leo hits it out, is headed back in towards Prince. Takes a few deflections. Whiteman into Parks. Judel, Leo, and Parks battling for it. Mangal going back. Kendall Clark who's outside, and ball maybe a bit too long, and Trincity Nationals are going to take the throw. So we have only a few seconds perhaps left in this one. Seems like it's going to finish as is, unless there's some magic at the end of it. We see the officials coming back from the top game, and we hope to get the score in that game shortly. And that is the end of it. So Trincity Nationals win 3-1 and secure a place in the semi-final round of the 2022 Free Kick Youth Cup tournament. They are now firmly at the top of their group with 10 points. And while Vieux can probably still catch them, I believe. No, Vieux cannot catch them. Vieux, I'm just looking at my documents here, currently on 6 points. So Vieux most they can finish the tournament with, finish the group stage with at this stage is 9 points. The other two.
Hey, I'm Free.
And I am Kicker.
And we love football. We are pumped and ready
to take you on at the Free Kick Youth Cup 2022
in beautiful St. Lucia.
Imagine yourself playing the beautiful game
on one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean.
It's a festival of football, fun,
and entertainment
with players from all around the world. I can't wait. Free Kick Youth Cup. See you there.
And remember, many dreams,
one goal.
Prior to today's games, had the ability to finish on 7 points, which, well, not both of those teams, but either of those teams, which would be 1 point ahead of Vieux. So we await to see what the final score is in Excel versus BIM United.